Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at my level 51 Shadow Lugia here, which I am loving. I have been using this thing for a while and it's amazing. It is extremely tanky, even as a shadow. Those are the kind of ones you like to go for, are the Pokemon that have already got some bulk to them, so when you do use them as a shadow, when they do have that 20% more damage taken, it is going to kind of, I wouldn't say be neutralized, but it's still going to be fairly okay to take hits at that point. And when it comes down to Shadow Lugia and its Aeroblast and the shadow damage that it's doing, it's just incredible. Going up against steel types, you don't even need any other type of move. You just have Sky Attack and Aeroblast, you're good to go, as well as Dragon Tail, which is going to be doing a ton of damage to those dragons, as well as pretty much everything else too. Even if their steel type is still tacking on that damage slowly but surely. We're going to be pairing it up with Xerneas, my shiny here, which I still do not have enough to power up. I need to keep doing some more raids. I really haven't been on that. As well as my level 50 Giratina, which we're going to be seeing back in the raids at the end of this month with its new move Shadow Force, and it's going to be extremely interesting. It's not going to be like Poltergeist with Chandelure. Very underwhelming, very unfortunate. It's still cool that we got the community day with the shiny and people are able to get those to stack up the candies and all that good fun stuff. But the one that you're going to want to look forward to is going to be that Shadow Force Giratina Altered, because it doesn't have too many moves to actually hit things really hard, only kind of, little baity moves. Dragon Tail, Ancient Power, Shadow Sneak, and now you're going to have Shadow Force. So you're definitely going to want to do that, and with Shadow Force on Giratina Origin, that's going to be pretty good, but it already has Shadow Ball. But we'll just have to see how it does work out. I don't want to say too much until we actually get it, but if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up, really do appreciate it. And let's get into it and see what we have here. We got a shiny versus shiny Giratina. Let's see what's going to happen here. So we are going to shield this up. I usually tend to do that in the beginning here. Even though it's an ominous win, that's okay. So we're going to build up a little bit of extra energy, go for the Shadow Ball. Now we've used this team before, so if it kind of seems familiar, we were using this. This is just the second half of my battles from the Go Battle Day. Alright, so we're just going here. Was it Go Battle Day? I think it's just battles that I had recorded. No, I think it was Go Battle Day. Anyways, we're going to be getting Bolt Shields from them. We've used Bolt ourselves, but we're able to get to the Ominous Win, which is going to be enough to take them out here. And we're winning this matchup shieldless, and they're not going to be able to farm us down with Mewtwo, so we're going to be able to do some nice damage before they get to their Scythe Strike. And Lugia lying in wait, doesn't matter if they have a Steel type, it's still going to be able to do a ton of damage with Aeroblast. And say they have an Excadrill, well, they're not going to be able to just take you out in 2 Rock Slides even. It's going to take about 3 Rock Slides to get you out of there, and even that's going to be close. And when you're using a Shadow, if you're using the regular one, it's going to even take more. So we're going for the Aeroblast on the Metagross, and look at that damage. I mean, we've already got them into the red here, and they're not going to be able to farm us down at this point. They're going to have to throw, or else we're going to take them out with Dragon Tail or get to a Sky Attack. Let's go. Now we do have 15 attacks, so we're doing maximum damage on this thing. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now if you do have a Apex Lugia, that plus, if you're not aware, is not doing extra damage in Go Battle League. That's strictly going to be for raiding, unfortunately. I wouldn't say unfortunately, let's just say yeah, that's actually good, because they don't want all this weird stuff going on here. Alright, next battle we're going to be met with a Ho-Oh, and let's go. And if you were wondering, should you power up your own Shadow Lugia, I'd say, yeah, go for it. You may want to work on that. Of course, you're going to need the candy, so you're going to have to wait for it to come back to raids, unless, you know how the saying goes, you're walking to work, right? That's how you get those XL candies for legendaries. You walk to work there and back, and you'll get them within a year, no problem, right? Sarcasm. Alright, so we're going to have the retreat with using a shield as well. And they're bringing in Zekrom. We're going to be going into our Lugia here, so they can hit us with Wild Charge, which is going to be getting stabbed. Super effective as well, but we're also doing a ton of damage with our Dragon Tail here. And they're not even getting off a charge move. That was a little bit curious, and yeah, at that point I probably would back out too. Who knows if they were not able to tap it, maybe they're trying to get to a certain point, but nonetheless we're taking that win. Lugia put in that work. Next battle, we're met with another mirror match. Shiny Giratina Showdown. What's going on here? Going straight for the Shadow Ball without even building up any extra energy here. And they're letting it go. Great. And we're going to let this go as well, because we will survive. And yeah, they're going for Ominous. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so they get the boost, but we actually farm them down. And in comes Giratina. Now, if this was the old boost for Ominous Win, I'm pretty sure they would have been able to hold their own there in that situation. So we're able to get a shield out of them, right? Bringing in our Xerneas here, which is going to go crazy with his antlers. Still love the way this thing looks. I'm really happy with the investment. Still haven't found a better one either. So you know, it wasn't a bad idea. So they're going to be making a swap into Kyogre, so we're going to swap into our Lugia, and they right away go for their Surf here. So that's a pretty safe indication that, yeah, we can let that go, right? It's going to be a Surf. We don't have to look out for a Thunder or anything like that. Blizzard takes forever to get to. So we're going to go for a Sky Attack. Great, we're looking perfect here. Now, at this point, a Surf plus a Waterfall is going to be enough. Yeah, down we go. But what I'm hoping on is able to tackle down, and Xerneas is able to do it. Let's go. And we have that Dialga. We're going to go straight for that close combat here and go for the next one. We may have to do a couple of quick moves. Oh, actually, I think it's good enough. One close combat should be enough here. Let's see if it's going to finish it off, and we take the win. Let's get it. All right, moving it on to the next one. Xerneas is great. It's now amazing. And we have another Giratina in the... Look at this. Do you see what's going on here? Maybe because we have Tackle and the Psychic in the back. All right, so, well, we have Psychic, but it doesn't go off the moves. Dragon Tail, there you go. All right, so they hit me with Ominous Wind. They retreat with some energy, bringing in a Melmetal, absorbing that Shadow Ball. We're going to go ahead and go for another one here. Xerneas, I mean, it has close combat, but it's not really looking too great. But since they let it go, at this point, that's no problem at all. So they're going to hit me with the Rock Slide. We actually survive. And we farm them down, winning that matchup. Nobody's used a shield yet. So let's see what I would assume Giratina, right? But we're able to get to the Ominous Wind. They don't know if this is Shadow Ball. I guess they could know, but we're still getting a shield out of them. There's that first one. Bringing in Lugia to do that Dragon Tail damage. Now we do need to look out for these Ghost moves, of course, because, well, it's super effective. It's going to be doing a lot. Shielding up an Ominous Wind, and they got me. Retreating still with energy and bringing in an Excadrill, which was a nice catch because you would want to maybe go for an Aeroblast, right? But Sky Attack's still doing a lot, and they're already down to half. Bringing in the Xerneas here to absorb this, and then of course threaten them with the close combat here. So since they did throw their first charge move, now we can go ahead and use this before they get to the next one, and they let it go. They want to hold on to their shield here with the Giratina, as the Tackle is really doing no damage at all, so they could farm up here. But we have Dragon Tail on the Lugia, which is just going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage, and we have way too much health for them to get to a Shadow Ball, an Ominous Wind, or even a Shadow Ball now. And that still wouldn't have been enough at that point. And we take the win thanks to that Lugia. Moving it on, we're met with a Mewtwo. This is a great lead here for us. Although, you know, it's okay for Mewtwo as well. So they're going to be swapping into a Zacian. And for the team, this is not looking... I mean, we can bring in our own Xerneas. But we're going to go ahead and bring in Lugia to absorb everything they got here. And play rough. Look at that. So we can take a couple more of those, no problem. Well, I wouldn't say a couple. One more. Plus a couple of quick moves, and then we'll probably be down. But let's just see. Yeah, well, we're going to be able to get to an Aeroblast. But see, it takes a minute to get there. It's not the worst regarding energy, but it does take quite a bit of time. Now, at least that one has the potential to raise your attack as opposed to Poltergeist, which is doing literally nothing. Although I'm going to have to say it's probably got one of the coolest animations. All right, so what's going on here? We take a Play Rough to the face with our Giratina. They swap into their Yveltal. We bring in our Xerneas, and well, this is looking pretty good. That was a little quick. I would expect that's going to be Dark Pulse. Not very effective here. So maybe they have Focus Blast. Let's see. That was still a little quick. Yeah, so they're just going to keep on going with the Dark Pulse. And while shields are down, of course, we're going to go for that Moon Blast and taking out that Yveltal. How satisfying. And look at the taunt from the Xerneas here. So they're bringing in a Mewtwo. Great. And I do plan on shielding this up so we can get off another Moon Blast here. But we're able to get to it before they are throwing a Size Strike, doing a ton of damage, and bringing in Giratina, trying to do a bit of a combo breaker, but they're able to get that Size Strike through and going for the Ominous Wind. I would assume they're almost at 2 of those Size Strikes, so that could have been pretty bad, but we still have 2 shields. Bringing in their Zacian, and we're able to get to an Ominous Wind. Is this going to be enough to take them out? Giratina, oh, I don't think it would have been enough, but they back out as we're getting our charge move off. All right, moving on to our next opponent with that Giratina in the lead, and the Zacian has come back for revenge. Yeah, that thing's a bit of a pain in the butt. Now, I do have pretty much the candies to go for a level 49.5. I haven't invested in it yet because I'm waiting for the other versions of it, right? So, and I also haven't found a great IV one that I want to invest in yet. All right, so we get off the Ominous Wind, so we can clearly KO them with the close combat on the Xerneas, because at the level that I'm at, plus even I think at level 50, it's still not enough. But yeah, it's just putting us in the clear here. So we're going to go ahead and go for that first one, see if they want to let it go. They do. We take them out. Yeah, that was plenty. We did plenty of damage with the quick move as well, or the tackle. Bringing back Mewtwo, and unfortunately not able to get off that Moon Blast. Could have went for the close combat, maybe gotten the shield, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and bring in Lugia because we're going to be able to resist the Side Strike. Shadow Ball is going to be doing a lot, but at least I'm going to be able to let this first one go with ease. And, well, know that they're not going to really be able to get to a Shadow Ball right away here, and forcing that first shield from them while we're still holding on to our Giratina. If they have a Togekiss or something in the back, that's fine. We still have energy. And they're making a swap and catching. That was a nice catch as we do throw our Sky Attack with that Zacian there. Bringing back our Giratina and going for the Ominous Wind after building up to a Shadow Ball. Do they shield up or let it go? They let it go. That's okay. We still have 2 shields left. So what we can do at this point is just shield them up. Or, okay, we call a wow. Still holding on to 2 shields. Wow. Because I figured the Psycho Cut's not going to be doing really much to Lugia, so we'd just be able to farm them down. But anyways, there's your showcase. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
I touch the deck. This is the best day